Good people. How y'all doing today? My name is DJ Valid, and I'm here to just have some valid talks with y'all, right? Valid reasoning. So, earlier we were talking about older women, and right now I want to kind of elaborate on, excuse me, um, what staying to yourself does. You know, when it comes to you having to go into a whole nother relationship, when it comes to you approaching a job, when it comes to you approaching goals in life, when it comes to you going to the corner store. I know that sounds like insignificant, but when you spend a lot of time to yourself, even the smallest things matter. You start to see it. It's a vision you acquire. It's a new vision you acquire. Trust me what I'm saying. It sounds sci-fi. It sounds like it's some kind of like, all right, this dude's trying to like make up stuff right now to sound cool. You literally get a vision. You sometimes get tunnel vision, but it only comes when you stay to yourself. You see, when you are constantly jumping from relationship to relationship, because we as humans have lost our spirituality, how it's where it's supposed to really be at, we don't feel what we're supposed to feel in that moment. When you jump from one man, after being with that man, I love yous, laying in bed, kisses, really feeling for that person, to hating that person, to replacing that person right away with a whole nother person. Remember, you just was in love with this person, right? And now you're with a whole nother person. That to me is the equivalent, male or female, to, I'm not gonna say selling your soul, but selling yourself short. A part of you is being ripped. Now, when I say sell your soul, selling your soul is like humiliation and little rituals they make you do, right? I know that it sounds far-fetched what I'm saying, but it kind of sounds like that when you jump from another dude or another girl to another. It's almost like a ritual you're doing of humiliation to yourself. Because you can't say you possibly respect yourself after you just was with a woman that you really love. I'm talking to fellas now. And then you really loved her. You really put the time, the effort, the money into her. And then you end up in a bed with another woman. Looking her in the eyes, making her go crazy. And that, I feel like part of yourself should die. If you really, I'm talking about if you really love the person that you was with. To jump into a whole nother person now and have them doing what, it's like, that should kill you. That's a humiliation ritual, man. Mess with somebody you don't love just to replace that person that you loved. It's weird. But anyway, when you spend time to yourself, a lot of things can happen to you. You're going to either fold and look at the world from a pessimistic view, a cynical view, or you're going to look at the world for what it is, or you're going to see the world in a very beautiful light, or it might be a mix of all three. I can't tell you what you're going to see. I just know you're going to acquire a new vision. You're going to be able to see things you couldn't see before. You see, when your phone gets, when you lock your phone off, cut your phone off, or disappear for a month, you know who really messes with you. We like to go around that. We really like to dismiss that in our heads as human beings. That oh, sorry about that again. We like to dismiss it in our heads that, my fault, I lost my train of thought. It's like I'm getting distracted by this thing. What did I say? But let me go back, rewind. Going back and sticking to yourself. When you stick to yourself, you acquire a new vision. And with that new vision, you're able to see that. I think I was talking about the phones. When you lock your phone off or you disappear for a while, you see who's really there for you. This is a fact. And we decide as human beings that we don't want to see certain things. We'll let certain behaviors continue until, like a kettle, it boils over. And that's when most human beings react. What makes me just a little different, me and whoever else it may be that may end up subscribing or having a conversation, is that we don't wait for it to build up because we have the vision. We see the signs of the crumble already from staying to ourselves. You see, you learn the art of observing and sitting back, and might be the smartest man in the room, but you keep quiet, even though sometimes it's hard. Some people talking about some yee nonsense. You gain powers, bro. I'm telling you. When you stay to yourself, you also gain the power of saying no easier. A lot of us get into situations because we can't say no. It sounds crazy as adults, like we can't say no, but trust me, you would think that it'd be easy for an adult to say no. It's not. You know, we have good hearts. Some of us have really good hearts, and it's hard for us to say no, especially to people who we might care for or love. And those are the people that take advantage of you. It's just how it is. This is a crazy world. I'm not a philosopher. I can't tell you why it is the way it is, but it is. Kindness always breeds people who think you're going to be weak. They think it equates to weakness. Staying to yourself, though, you're able to identify people. It's almost like a infrared vision. You're able to see the BS a mile away. Now, some people are well versed in the art of BS, so they're able to disguise it a little better. They might even be able to get up close to you. But trust me, what's done in the dark can only stay in the dark for so long. You're going to be able to see it because you've been alone for a while. Any woman that tries to offer up her you-know-what to you, you won't fall for it because you've been alone for a long time. You took the course in loneliness. You've quenched your lust. No woman can tempt you anymore because you've been alone. You see, when I wasn't alone and I was constantly going from girl to girl or trying to have a conversation, not just having sex, but just having conversations, whatever, having 3, 4, 5 different girls in my phone, trying to mess with 3, 4, 5 different girls. And even if I did or didn't, it takes a toll on you, man. Spiritually. Juggling with 3 different girls. And if you have a good heart, you're looking at these girls, some are smiling genuinely into you, and you're not into them. And you're like, wow, you're leading this girl on. Then you might have another girl that you're messing with doing the same thing too. You're like, what kind of life is this? Now, some dudes looking at me like, yo, this dude, come on, man, you soft. Nah, brother, I ain't soft. I just grew up, man. After a while, grew up, I should say, as far as when it comes to females, man. I wish I could have that immature mindset of jumping from woman to woman. The only time that can ever make sense to me is if I'm truly single and not single, like truly have that mindset of like I'm single and I want to like mess with multiple women. It's a focus. Like this is my goal. I want to mess with them. If that's other than that, that's like peer pressure. That's not really what you want to do. As a man, most men who get women's attentions regularly, we just want a nice woman to hold us down. A really nice woman to hold us down, to fit our image and how we see ourselves. You know what I mean? That's what we want. What we get because of our lust is the big booty girl that might be for everybody, you know? Because we don't stay to ourselves. You can't see it. You're just lusty. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times in life, the person that's supposed to be for you will walk right beside you. You won't even know it. You might be friends with them, everything. But because it's who we want a certain image. We see ourselves with a certain this and a certain that. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying settle for less, but I'm also saying open your eyes to what's around you. You know what I'm saying? And just change if you want change. As far as relationships goes, as far as staying to yourself, stay to yourself to gain a better opinion of yourself, to gain a better outlook of life, and to be able to move through life more confidently. Because once you really build with yourself, you know, you're not getting a confidence boost from somebody else. Oh, you look nice. You have to tell yourself that. And imagine doing that every day. You looking in the mirror telling yourself you look good. You working out on yourself and you're like, yeah, I look good. I'm making progress. Who can tell you anything? What girl can lure you out of the crib to get robbed or shot for some pussy? Who? How? You tamed your lust. You can't be called out your crib unless it makes sense to you. What friends is gonna call you to use you? How? They weren't there when your loneliness. See, the loneliness made you able to see. Oh, y'all wasn't here. Y'all didn't hit me up in 3-4 months. I've been dead to y'all. You see what I'm saying? loneliness, even though it hurts, even though it's sometimes unbearable, always remember that it's there for a reason. You don't feel emotions for no reason. Anger has a reason. Happiness has a reason. Sadness has a reason. You don't got the senses that you got for no reason. Okay? Everything happens for a reason. Everything is for a reason. There is nothing on this planet, as crazy as it may seem. I done seen things underwater that look like it make no sense to be alive. Trust me, it has a purpose. Everything does. It's DJ Valid, man. Stay to yourself. Stay away from people. And if you do make contact with people, make sure they got your best interests. And the only way you're gonna know that, you gotta stay to yourself and observe. I'll let your boy DJ Valid, another Valid Talks video.